I don't tell this story often, not because I'm scared anymore, but because most people just laugh. They think I imagined it, or worse, that I made the whole thing up. But I didn't. Every word you're about to hear is real. It happened in 2017. I was 23 at the time, working the overnight shift at a gas station tucked just off Highway 46 in eastern Tennessee. It wasn't one of those slick, modern chain stops with polished tiles and automatic doors. No. This place felt like a time capsule from another decade. The paint on the exterior walls had long since faded to a lifeless beige, cracked and curling like sunburned skin. The neon open sign in the window blinked inconsistently, casting a dull red light that buzzed like a dying wasp. Inside, the linoleum floor was yellowed and brittle from decades of neglect, dotted with dark, greasy footprints that never quite washed away. The ceiling tiles sagged slightly, stained with old water leaks and cigarette smoke, giving the air a permanent scent of burnt coffee and stale menthols. Even the shelves groaned under the weight of canned chili and off-brand chips, many well past their best-by dates. The coolers in the back hummed and clanked like they were on their last legs. Some of the lights inside them had burned out completely, making the drinks seem like they were stored in a morgue. There was this old CRT TV behind the counter, perched on a dusty wire rack above the register. I'd spend most nights watching reruns of Seinfeld on the fuzzy local channel, the volume turned low enough that I could still hear if the door buzzer went off. I snacked on expired Slim Jims and microwave burritos that had fossilized in the freezer section. Most nights it was peaceful. Lonely, sure, but I didn't mind the quiet. Just me, the flickering fluorescent lights, the dull buzz of the soda cooler, and the occasional moth that somehow got in and banged itself against the ceiling fixtures until it dropped motionless on the counter. But then came that night. The night I can't shake. The night I wish I could forget. It was around 2:13 a.m., give or take. I remember because the security monitor flickered and the timestamp in the bottom right corner froze for a moment before returning to normal. We had crap wiring and a storm had rolled through earlier, so I figured it was just interference. But this time, it didn't feel like interference. Camera 3, the one aimed at the gas pumps, went black, just static. Then just as quickly, it snapped back on, and someone was standing there. No car, no footsteps, no sound. Just a man-shaped figure standing dead center in the frame. He was directly under the floodlight, and yet, somehow, his face remained shrouded in shadow. His posture was stiff, unnatural, like a mannequin set down in the wrong aisle. His head was tilted slightly toward the camera, like he knew he was being watched, but there was no movement, not even a twitch. I buzzed the intercom. "Hey, sir, everything okay?" Nothing. He didn't even flinch. Didn't blink. Then, without a sound, he turned slowly, deliberately, away from the store, like he'd heard something in the distance, just beyond the gas station lights. But there was nothing there, just open darkness. Trees, maybe, fields, who knows. Then the camera went out again, this time for good. I felt something in my stomach twist, that gut instinct you get when something's off. I locked the register and stepped around the counter. Slowly, quietly, checked the front door. Locked. The back? Locked as well. But I still felt it, that pressure, like someone had filled the store with invisible eyes, watching, waiting. I looked back at the monitor wall. Cameras 1, 2, and 4 were all still working, but camera 5, the cooler aisle, just black. I didn't want to go check, but I had to. The cooler was in the far corner of the store, past the snacks and chips aisle. As I approached, I noticed it. The cooler door was open. Not all the way, Just a crack, but enough. Enough to hear something. A slow, shallow breathing. I called out, "Hello?" My voice cracked. I hate that it cracked. I reached out and nudged the door open. Nothing. Shelves of drinks, rows of bottles, everything in its place, except for a single, wet footprint right there on the floor, heading away from the cooler, toward the storage closet, the one we never used, the one I know was locked. I backed away, moved fast to the register, grabbed the phone. Dead. Just static. Like someone had ripped the cord from reality itself. Then, the lights went out, one by one. Pop, pop, pop. Until I was standing there in pitch black, holding nothing but my breath, and a flashlight I hadn't even remembered grabbing. I flicked it on and there he was, standing just on the other side of the counter, inches from me. His face was wrong, too smooth, no eyes, just sockets, just black. And then I blinked, and he was gone. Not running, not walking, just gone. Boot prints led to the back door, the same one I had locked myself. It was wide open, swinging gently in the breeze. I just stood there, frozen. Part of me wanted to sprint down the hallway and slam it shut, but my legs were locked in place, and my heart was pounding so hard that I thought I might pass out. Finally, I forced myself to move, step by step, down that long hallway. I reached for the handle and felt resistance, like someone on the other side was holding it open. I gasped out loud. Couldn't help it. A shiver ran through me, despite the warm spring air outside. I gripped the door again and yanked. It slammed shut so violently, I staggered back. Was that breathing? Mine? Or someone else's? I didn't wait to find out. I threw the bolt and ran back to the front counter. My phone didn't have service, but I reached for it anyway, hands trembling. I had just started to dial 911 when, pop, the lights blinked back on. The phone rang. It was the owner. Said they saw the lights flickering from their house down the road. Wanted to know if everything was all right. I don't even remember what I said. Just begged them to call the police. The cops came, reviewed the footage. Nothing. No man, no footprints, just static. Like that part of time had been erased. But I remember. I'll always remember. And now, not a night goes by that I don't see him, standing just beyond the reach of the light, still, silent, unblinking. I see him in reflections. I hear him in static. I feel him watching when I walk alone. He might have disappeared from the cameras, but he didn't leave. He lives rent-free in my mind, and I don't think he's ever leaving.